Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside. They can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Taylor. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Play action. Now Taylor. Dancing to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Taylor. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this was all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down throw, gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. That one goes for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready. 319.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets past one man. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Forced out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this is going to be incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Mark Barron in there to get him for a loss of 5.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Flushed out right. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Slow. Ready. 319.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Taylor. To throw again. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing again, it's Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Flag 32.
2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's gone. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Marcus Golden in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. From the gun, here's Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Out of the gun. Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To the air again. Goff. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Again, Goff. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And that is well short. Well, left to boot. It's no good. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Zerline's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now Taylor to throw. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On first down, gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Gone. Open man right side is Cup, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7 as they got closer to